feel like I am the wrong person to be giving this review. Neil deGrasse Tyson needs to be giving this review. Mark Waid, this shit ain't funny. Let me tell you a fun story before we get started. You see, I got this issue and I started reading it and I was lost in the woods, like lost. Come to find out that there was a Batman Superman annual that came out that I should have read before this, which I already made a video on. Once I read that, the story made a little bit more sense. But only a little bit. Support the comic book industry by visiting your local comic book store. My name is Doran. This is SEO Comics. We continue our coverage of Batman Superman, world's finest, with number 39. Our story starts off on a Watchtower where Batman is doing something that he never does. He's smiling. He's like, Robin, Dick, how did you disappear years ago? But then Dick Grayson, Nightwing, walks over and is like, yeah, but I'm also here too. And I was like, what in the hell is this? Like, if he disappeared before he became Nightwing, then how is Nightwing here? Please explain that to me. So then Robin's like, hold on, time out. A happy Batman. I must be in the wrong spot. So then he starts to explain how he got hit with the time ray and how he all of a sudden got sent here. And he looks at his older me or his older self. And he's like, you could use a haircut. So Batman's holding his head and he's like, I remember you disappearing. Also remember when you turned into Nightwing and you like joined the Team Titans. And then Robin's like, but how's that possible? And Superman shows up and goes, Robin, wait, which one are you? And Robin's like, oh my God, how many have there been? So Robin starts looking out the windows like, can somebody tell me where the hell I'm at? And they're like, you're the Justice League Watchtower. This is the new Justice League Unlimited. So Superman goes to Nightwing and is like, and you got no memory of this. And Nightwing's like, no, I don't. Then time is, and all of a sudden we start seeing all these images of like Batman who laugh and like Ultraman and like Superman red and blue, like all kinds of crazy stuff. And then Nightwing goes, now what were you saying? And Superman's like, time is broken. Like, it is messed up. So Batman's like, all right, two Dick Graysons in the same place at the same time. Something's wrong. We need to figure something out. And he goes, boys, until we know more, no physical contact. And these two shake hands right when he was saying it. And then all kinds of craziness happens because I think it was from Back to the Future, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, but I think it was Back to the Future. That the same mask can't occupy the same space at the same time. Otherwise, all kinds of craziness will happen. I thought the universe will explode or something like that. Like, who knows what the hell happened? Because how can this even happen in the first place? Like, all right, I'm sorry. I'm rambling. Try not to ramble. I'm rambling. So Dick Grayson Robin is gone. And Nightwing's like, I guess he leaped back to his own time. Batman points out the window and is like, no, I don't think it was him that did the leap. I think we did the leap. And then we're in the past and we're in the old Justice League Watchtower. Superman is looking out the window and he's scanning the earth and he's like, I don't see our past selves on this earth. So I don't know what that's about, but yeah, none of them's there. The reason why that is because I think that the past Batman and Superman and Robin are now in the present time and they're on Earth because Superman looks at Lois and she's Superwoman at this time. I'm so confused. And he's like, Lois? So this has to be the past Superman, because why would he be confused about seeing Lois with superpowers? So Lois is like, all right, Clark, we got to move. If you see our son, tell him to bring his boyfriend, Bruce and Tim. I don't understand the rest of her look, but come on, you guys got to go too. So Superman's just staring and he's like, she knows I'm Clark. You have a son. And Robin's like, dude, you need to step out of it because we need to figure this out now. So Clark uses X-ray vision and is like, Sinestro and Scarecrow are attacking the Superman Museum. We need to go now. So they go there. He shoots the gun right out of Sinestro's hand using his heat vision. He's like, oh, you guys are using fear toxin. Well, that doesn't work on me. All of a sudden, he starts hallucinating Scarecrow with Jimmy Olsen. And they're like, it does work when it's laced with kryptonite. So Batman and Robin come in wearing gas masks, and they're trying to handle Sinestro, which is easier said than done, because right now, Sinestro's handling them. He uses his yellow ring and he grabs a battle axe and starts swinging it left and right at Batman and Robin, and all they can do is just get out the way. So we go back to the past where present day Batman, Superman, and Nightwing are at, and they run past Black Canary, and she's like, "Hey guys, who's your friend?" Superman's like, "Later, like we gotta go." And they use the transporter to go to the Batcave. So once they get to the Batcave, Batman's working on the Batcomputer, when all of a sudden Alfred comes out of nowhere. Which I'm like, man, how long has Alfred been dead? I think he's been dead for over a decade now. Like, it's a long time for a character to be gone, like, without them bringing them back. Like, they need to bring back Alfred. Even though moments like this is really good for the storyline, because Superman is trying to whisper to Batman and Robin, or Batman and Nightwing, and it's like, hey guys, we need to be careful. Nightwing don't give a damn. He goes right to Alfred and just starts hugging the hell out of him, and Batman is still just like in shock and awe. So Alfred doesn't recognize Dick at all because he's in a Nightwing outfit and he never seen a Nightwing outfit. And so Nightwing has explained how he's Dick Grayson and how he's an older Dick Grayson. And Alfred's still like, how's this possible? So then finally, Superman has to step in and goes to Alfred and is like, you know what? We got everything we need, but we need things, we'll let you know. And then Alfred goes, all right, very well. And he just walks off. So now Batman's pissed and he's like, you know what? Just give me back to the future so I can make the Legion pay for this. So then we go back to the present where the past Superman and Batman and Robin are still fighting Scarecrow Sinestro. Scarecrow has like green kryptonite, red kryptonite. It's like, which one do I use on you this time? And Sinestro is still fighting Batman and Robin. Batman throws a batarang. Sinestro stops it with a hard-like construct. It's like, what are you gonna do with that thing? It explodes because it's, I guess, a flash batarang. It blinds Sinestro. But then we go back to the past, to the Fortress of Solitude, where Batman, Superman, and Nightwing are at. Superman's like, we're dealing with the Legion of Doom, but there's also another Legion, the Legion of Superheroes from the 31st century. And they gave me a time bubble. So let's get in here and see if we can figure things out. So Superman sets the coordinates to the exact time that they jumped at the Watchtower. He hits the button and then everything gets all wavy. So we go back to the present. Scarecrow is still just handling Superman. He's spraying him with more fear toxin. Then he busts out, I guess, that special gun that Grodd gave him. All of a sudden, Superman just like comes to his senses. He sees his death. Now, this is a Superman from the past who is now in the present. So he hasn't fought Doomsday yet. So once he, like, I guess, realizes that, all of a sudden, he just shakes off that fear toxin that has kryptonite laced to it. And he just knocks the hell out of Scarecrow. Takes him, throws him into a cop car. I mean, throws him into the cop car. Then he goes and he punches the bejesus out of Sinestro. Even with that force field, he probably felt all of that. And then Batman and Robin are like, how the hell did you do all that? And he's like, I saw my own death and I just had to react. So then we cut back to Batman, Superman, Nightwing in the time bubble. And Superman's like, there's some kind of disturbance ahead. So Superman's like, I've seen this before. I think the Legion of Doom put safeguards down in place, almost like time firewalls to go back to the time before just in case something happens. So then we see Superman, Batman, and Robin about to grab Sinestro. He shakes the cobwebs out because Superman knocked the hell out of him. He grabs the gun that Gorilla Grodd gave him and then he shoots all three of them with the gun. And then the time bubble hits like a wall. And then everything goes black. And then it looks like there's these shards of glass that's falling from the sky. And all of a sudden it takes the form of Superman. And he hits the ground, wherever the ground is, extremely hard. And he's like, where am I? And then Batman and Robin come running up. And they're just talking like gibberish. And dude, I don't know what the hell this is going. Like, it's a good story. But damn, Mark Waid, you got my head hurting. I'm taking a Cedrin right now.